Episode 595. Thank you all for listening to episode 594. Bear and Gray invade Cleveland. I am Invader Gray here with my co-host.
Different city bear.
And that's it. Because, we're the only two left on the show.
Fuck them.
Cody, yeah, fuck him. Cody's gone. Parrot has a baby or something, but I have two kids and I'm busy as fuck. So fuck his excuses. And Cody, I think, sleeps or works or does something, and then we don't know what the fuck he does.
Yeah.
I think he just quit the show.
He's got a kid too. So he's
Oh,
got
fuck.
he's got football coming up. So
Oh yeah, where's he been for the last fucking 5 months without football? Fuck
I
him.
agree. Yeah, Dub has no excuse to not be on June through like right now. This should be his last week that he should be on because he has no school, he has no football, zero excuses. So yeah, it's just us. But hey, when them sponsors cut them checks, it's only going two ways.
Goddamn right. Because fuck him.
Because we're the podcast and we're awesome.
Yeah. Nice job. There is.
Is that Post Malone?
Yeah. I like to thank Post Malone. He's just a national treasure.
I love our truth.
He's the best. So for us, we've got a lot to figure out. Not really. So thanks to Wes Anderson for moments of time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on X and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Overline Podcast. And Brandon will get over that deal. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscape and give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not
Columbus, Ohio.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch, Paper Down Mart. Check them out on Facebook. Tell Danny what you're interested in, and she is going to hook you up with that deal. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation from Connell when you mention Over the Line Podcast. And in the meantime, go to amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks. But you don't.
Thank you, Connell and Bear and everybody. So, a few things before we get into golf and all the other fun shit. I was reading up on some wrestling shit. I've been watching some old shit in wrestling and just enjoying it, and it's been quite fun. I can tell you that. And what I must say is, it's interesting to me what I read about Jacob Fatu. Okay. So Jacob Fatu. So because nobody knows if he's injured or not, right? Like nobody has any idea because he sold it that well. And it's like, it's really good. So something else I read is the deal is they're trying to have Jacob Fatu completely avoid Roman Reigns because everyone has to sell for Roman and they want to keep Jacob special because they recognize Triple H isn't a dummy, that he's pretty special and he's better than everybody else that was in that ring. And Cody and I said that months ago that best one coming in is Jacob.
Yep.
And we saw it firsthand and we knew it. And we're like, dude is insane. We saw it on SmackDown and then a little bit on
SummerSlam. I'm happy that we saw it on SmackDown because SmackDown, that was awesome.
It was amazing. Won the titles. So they're protecting him. That could be it, or he's hurt, or both. It might be a little both, but I think it makes a lot of sense to me that they're trying to get him to avoid Roman because, they're going to set up Roman. It could be Roman versus Solo and then eventually Roman and Jacob.
Well, it's good.
That would be a banger.
It keeps him back. It keeps him back out of it, right? Everyone thinks he's injured. And then when Roman and Solo fight, which obviously won't be for a title, right? Because they're going to have just a solo match. No pun intended. That Fatu can come interrupt. Everyone thinks he's still injured. Surprise at Survivor Series, most likely. And that story goes, and then maybe we get a handicap match at the Rumble. Maybe we get it at WrestleMania. Who knows? Because it seems like they're going to run the story a little longer, and maybe they find someone else for Cody. Maybe not. I don't know. But I could see something like that. Obviously Roman's the baby face, so they'll beat the shit out of him, cheat to win, blah blah blah. All this. Maybe he's in the Rumble and they get him out, right? Anything like that to push to Mania. But I see that happening instead of a Roman Cody rematch happening, in
Yeah.
my humble opinion.
They don't need to put the title on Roman. I mean, he's let Cody run with it. Let Roman do his thing. He's got so many big feuds with the bloodline. He's got Dwayne. He's got Jacob Fatu. I mean, he could run Roman for the next couple years on just family feuds.
Yep. Literally the show Family Feud.
Yeah, because it's gonna be interesting. Because I think next year we would get Roman and Dwayne at WrestleMania, which be fine. It's in what, Vegas next year? And I was
Or
watching
or Dwayne
huh?
comes back and he's partners with Roman against the bloodline. Or yeah, it's yeah.
Could be anything. And then we could see Royal Rumble, we're gonna be there. We just gotta figure out our seats once they go on for sale. Because Bear and Gray will both be up there at 10 a.m. Just where we sit, here, there.
Yeah, I
If
think
we
I
can
got
get,
I think I got a meeting that day at 10 a.m.
yeah, me too, whenever it is. And
Yeah, that day.
yeah, whenever it is. And it's gonna be awesome because I'm gonna sit there and just be like, I gotta leave. I got something important. Because if I don't care if the front row, we'll see, we'll see what they are. They're gonna be expensive as fuck, but um, around there will be interesting. Even we talked about on the guardrail, like that would be a cool one to be on the railing. And yeah, you're gonna have to look over people, but that would be okay.
Yeah, yeah, it would be all right, but it'd be fun. We're gonna see.
We gonna see.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna find the tickets, and they're gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
So looking forward to that and seeing what we can do, and we're definitely gonna be at the Royal Rumble. We know that. We're going.
Facts.
Got to be
Facts.
a first one for us. First one might be the last. We don't know. Yesterday was the 10th anniversary of our buddy Kevin Owens being with WWE. 10-year anniversary was yesterday.
Hmm. Nice. Didn't seem like that long.
Right. And pretty interesting. And I read something about a prank that Coachman talked about. You'll like this. He recalls Jerry Briscoe came up to me in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and asked if I could run a $10 football pool. Everyone participated. I started on a Tuesday at a SmackDown taping. I'll never forget it. In my interview room, two serious cops showed up, accused me of running a gambling pool and selling to an undercover cop, a felony in North Carolina. They said they had to take me in. As we walked towards Vince McMahon's office, they decided to inform me since I wouldn't be around for a while. Inside were Vince, Triple H, Stephanie, The Rock, Kevin Dunn, and Jerry Briscoe with Jerry there. I should have suspected something, but I was terrified. The cops explained the situation to Vince, who got in my face, cursing and accusing me of misplacing my priorities. Confrontation lasted 45 minutes. Eventually, they said it would cost me $1,500 to get me out, but Vince refused, saying I was on my own. They handcuffed me, and Vince tossed me a pair of sweaty gym shorts to cover my face. As I was let out, the Undertaker saw me and looked shocked. The prank felt real since no one else knew about it. They drove me a mile away, and then I got a call to return. Back in the office, everyone was laughing with Vince leading the way. It was the greatest prank in history. For 10 minutes afterward, I found a place to cry, thinking my career was over. I couldn't imagine telling my dad I got fired over a $10 football pool.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, 'cause
Ah,
if you got into any of our football pools, it's like 20. So
yeah, uh,
you would have got fired
I,
twice, pal.
did I read you the one about Dom?
I don't recall.
Dom Mysterio is absolutely the nicest human being on the planet. The nicest. His meet and greet was the exact same time as Jay's, so I didn't book both out of fear that not being able to see both superstars. But given Jay's obvious babyface status, Dom's line finished early, and there were still 80 people left in Jay's line ahead of us. I walked up to the front with Samuel and his friend and asked if I paid for it now. Can Dom snap a quick photo with my boys? The lady politely said, Dom is all wrapped up. I'm sorry. Well, he overheard the transaction, was like, no, I'm not. I'm happy to take a photo. The lady said, well, he would have to pay for it first, otherwise his professional print wouldn't register with our system. Dom quickly replied, that's okay. He can go set up with a cashier and I'll kick it with my new boys here. He proceeds to have a 10-minute chill session with Samuel and his bud while I paid the cashier. Photo was snapped. Cool handshakes were made. Samuel was absolutely on cloud nine when we got back in Jay's line. Dom is easily top three of my favorite superstars list because of this. He will never know what it meant to Samuel. And then they just had
Yeah,
a
I did see that. Yes, I did see that. That was super cool. Yeah. But that's good though. That's the whole point, right? The whole point of these guys is yeah. You got to remember everyone plays a character, right? And kayfabe is dead because that wouldn't happen 25 years ago, but
no.
it doesn't matter, right? It's all about the well, and we don't know because you wouldn't post on the internet 25 years ago. So we don't really know what some of those guys are like, but most of them held their persona outside because of the whole wrestling thing. But it doesn't surprise me, right? I mean, how would that surprise you? Mysterio, his dad's that way. I 100% see him that way. He just plays such a good heel that everyone wants to hate him. But that's the best part of it. Those people who are most hated on television usually are some of the nicest people out there. Just how it works that way.
Yep. It's interesting to see and read those types of things that people do and, just kind of go from there. Yeah, this is amazing. This is good to see what wrestlers are doing out there and they're not being called, you know, not wrestlers. They're, not sports entertainers or wrestlers again, which is great. That's what we want to see and what we want to hear. So I'm pleased with all of that and how that's all been going.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, like I said, you love to see it. You love to see them because no matter what, kids like that, right? They're not adults. They're kids, easily impressionable. And he put a good impression on those kids, which obviously made the dad happy. And I mean, he's getting paid too, right? So Dom got paid for that, and he didn't have to act that way. He could have just said, "Oh yeah, whatever. Wait till the money comes through and then do it." But he sat there and talked to kids for 10 minutes, so super cool.
Yeah, I think that's amazing what he was able to do for people. Um, so superstar salaries, I think we briefly talked about this before. Roman's 15 mil a year, Cody's 10, Randy's 10, Seth's 9, Drew's 8, Punk's 8, KO's 7, Finn Balor's 7, Jey Uso's 7, Rhea Ripley's 6.
That's that's impressive. Good for Rhea making six too.
Yeah,
She's
no
better
shit.
than 10.
She's making a lot more than her husband, I could tell you that.
Oh, that's true.
Um, Another cool story I read, Joey Mercury on CM Punk saving his house. Had been let go from WWE in 2007. At that point, me and Punk had gotten close enough to the point where we were riding together. I had a serious drug and alcohol addiction, and I'm rooming with a guy who's straight edge. He really was getting heartbroken and wanted to help me. I got fired from WWE, and basically I fired myself because they had no choice in the matter. They tried to help me, and I was beyond help at that point. Fast forward a year later, year and a half later, starting to get sober for real this time. Punk was still in contact with me every day, and my house was in foreclosure. Punk said, "Are you in trouble with your house?" He said, "I'm going to lose it." Punk said, "No, you're not. I'm going to buy your house." So he wrote him a check for in the six figures to bail him out and bought his house for him.
Yeah. Good dude, man. Same thing, but Punk's always been that way. People just don't like him because he speaks his mind, which is the truth, and people don't like the truth, right? People hate the truth. They hate to hear it. No matter if it's good or bad, they hate to hear the truth. They don't like outspoken people. That's why the Young Bucks and Jack Perry didn't like him because Punk told them how it was in AEW and they weren't happy with it. Well, guess what? You're going to confront a dude who, yeah, was 0-2 in the UFC, whatever. Dude was still, I mean, dude's still a badass. It don't matter. If you're in the UFC, you're still tougher than what, 97%, 98% of America, probably,
Yep.
right? I mean, yeah, you do have a lot of people out there who, like like your son, and you got a lot of the karate people. And I'm not saying that, because they don't fight. That's not it. But they whoop your ass if it comes to it. You don't know about that. That's why I say 97, 98%. And I'm not saying the UFC crowd and all that because all those guys are badasses.
hmm Um, Another one, Bubba Ray Dudley on the mighty Mae Young. That's a tough bitch right there. The first time I ever slammed Mae Young in the ring, I remember I put her down oh so gingerly. Afterward, we're in the locker room and she comes over to me, grabs my wrist hard, and says, "Hey, hotshot, if you're gonna slam me, you slam me like one of the boys." I was like, "Holy crap, yes, ma'am, no problem, whatever you need."
I
Then
love
when I
the
power
story.
bombed her off the stage, I gave her very, very specific instructions on what to do to make sure she did not have to absorb any bit of the blow. She threw it all out the window. She threw herself right off the stage and took the whole thing herself. I had no choice. And then she farted on me.
So good.
Um,
Oh, baby. Noel just hit a homer. Or they were tied 1-1 with the Cubs. Dude just had a 8 pitch at bat and threw one right down the pipe, just smoked it.
gone. The
Old Big
another one,
Chris.
another one about old AJ Styles. He rejected a WWE development contract in '02 because he wanted his wife Wendy to fulfill her dream of becoming a teacher in Georgia. I said, I really appreciate this, but I can't move to Cincinnati and disrupt my family. I feel like my wife's dream came first with her wanting to be a teacher, and I didn't want to mess that up. And lo and behold, I think this was the best decision I ever made. He talked about that on WWE Untold. He joined TNA where he became a well-known wrestler and eventually joined WWE in 2016. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
still
Yeah.
making that money.
Yes, he is. Oh,
We
what's
talked
that?
the Cowboys first franchise worth 10 billion. That was something that came up today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Something I found interesting, how the big four sports leagues make their money. So the NFL, so this is all 2023 revenue. So NFL's revenue in 2023 was 18.7 billion. 66% was from TV and media. 17% from tickets, 10% team sponsors, 6% concessions and parking, 1% local media and TV. MLB, little different. 10.9 billion, 31% is ticket sales. So more than, TV. TV, the ticket sales for NFL was 17%, while 66 was national TV media. 26% is national media, 23% local TV media, where NFL's 1%. 10% team sponsors, 10% concessions and parking. The NBA, same revenue, 10.9 billion. 41% national TV, 26% ticket, 13% local media, 12% teams, 8% concessions and parking. And then the NHL, 6.8 billion, 44% ticket sales. So obviously that's the biggest for ticket sales.
Mm-hmm.
13% national TV media, or excuse me, 19%. 14% team sponsors, 12% concessions and parking, 11% local TV media. Found that very fascinating. I'm always interested in shit like that.
So, I mean, yeah, those numbers are insane.
Yeah,
But 18 billion in the NFL. I mean, it's nuts.
yeah.
Big. I
Even
mean,
fucking NHL, 7 billion. I mean,
yeah,
that's great.
I'm happy. And it helps that they're back on mainstream, right? They're back on TNT and that, and they got their ESPN Plus deal, getting a couple games on ESPN. I think the finals were on ABC.
Think. Yeah, something like that.
I want to say ABC. Yeah, I just impressive, right? Impressive stuff.
Yeah. Um, I love this about the two dream teams, 92 and 24. 1992 Dream Team faced 5 NBA players. The 24 Dream Team faced 59 NBA players.
Yeah. We talked about that a little bit. Just oh, you guys talked about it. Curry just I mean, dude went off the last 2 games, man. He went off the last 2 games.
Dude,
Um, first time, and
only he could throw that shit up and fucking
I didn't realize that was the first time that he was in the Olympics. I had no idea.
really. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. So you
because he
just
was.
told me.
I think 3 years ago he was hurt, and 8 years ago he didn't make the team for whatever reason. Because that was when he was like, yeah, it was weird. But they said that was the first time Curry made the team, which I found odd. But so he got his gold medal. So now he's one of the guys who have an NBA title, an MVP, and a gold medal. So cool for Steph. And just Team USA in general, they played well. I think Kerr struggled as coach, but he can be that dude. But I mean, it was the LeBron and Curry show. It was the LeBron and Curry show. They held that team and did it all. Embiid loved just his antics playing the heel there in France because they all hated him. So it kind of got under in the skin of everybody, which was great. But
And
um,
Serbia had them.
they did. They should have beat him.
I was watching that and we were down by 17. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then Curry just went off. And he had already gone off that game. And he
He
just
had
kept
30. He
going
had
off.
36 that game, right?
Yeah, just absolutely nuts. And he just looked amazing. And he's the reason they won that game. Him and LeBron. LeBron had some good shit going on that game too. And Halliburton, I sent you that picture. Or was it Halliburton?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Or
Halliburton. Yeah, when you don't participate in the project but still get an A.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I mean, I absolutely love it. But yeah, I'm happy. The women also beat France. Women had a tight game. They only won by a point. A little closer than the men, but the men and women's basketball both won gold medal. Men 5 years in a row or five Olympics in a row. Women like I don't know. I think they've won everyone. It feels like so. But yeah, and then I think what the United States finished with 40 gold medals, tied with China, but just destroyed in the overall. I think they had 124 or something like that.
Yeah. And the big one, which I loved, was the women's soccer.
Yeah,
They won gold, they shut them out, and that's the second time that's happened. Last time was us in Brazil, same thing. And just amazing because they won two in a row. Germany and Brazil both 1-0.
yeah. And Mallory Swanson scored the game winner the same day that her husband Darby Swanson, who plays for the Cubs, had his 1,000th hit, which was cool. Cool stuff right there. But yeah, great, great Olympics. We usually dominate the Summer Olympics. But you got China and bigger countries who have a boatload of people, way more people in the United States, up there a lot. And we absolutely rolled. We won a lot. I say we, the United States, won a lot of medals um, that they shouldn't have won. A lot they were underdogs in. And a couple they probably could have had, right? Lyles had COVID in the 200. He did win the 100, should have won the 200, but didn't, got bronze because of COVID. And there were some other medals, but like the 1,500 meter we talked about a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, where the guy came back and ended up winning. That was the U.S. shouldn't have won that medal, right? But it's cool to see them do that. And even better, I bet the U.S. under 41 and a half gold medals, and I won my bet. So that's what really matters.
Love that.
That's
Yeah,
what
dude,
really
I
matters.
opened up my DK and I forgot I had all that money in there. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I forgot I won those bets when I played NASCAR this week. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, oh yeah, I won some bets. Um,
Yeah. I had a good NASCAR week this week. Very good NASCAR
yeah,
week.
you did, man. You crushed it. I couldn't believe in your pool, top four. Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's wild.
It's tight, man. I know it's only tight because I was down 200 points.
Yeah, you had
Jeremy had a bad week. Another guy at work had a bad week. Brought me right into it. It dropped Jeremy from first to third.
yeah,
First to third. It's insane. But yeah,
it's
it's
wild.
I'm excited because we have 13 races left. We haven't
And you're
been.
still the leader in the other one, which I'm supporting you because I mean, I have an outside shot, but I'm supporting you because you're my boy. So I'm
Yeah,
just trying to get in the money and just pulling for Bear to win a title.
Truex worried me this week. But the other guys had it, and I almost played Dylan this week. I just had a gut feeling that he was going to stay around, not do what he did, which we'll get to. I had a gut
Oh,
feeling he was going to stay around, and I was like, I'm like, I just want to say, and I wouldn't. Let me put it this way: I would have saved Denny, so I still would have played Truex. I was on Truex no matter what in the second spot. It's a Toyota track, but you know what? I said, screw it. Give me the Toyota guys. I'm taking Chase because I've only taken him 3 times this year, and I picked him in NASCAR. Historically, he's a top 10 guy at Richmond. I'm like, give me Chase. I'm good all day. And then I'll run Toyota the way out. And Bell had a hell of a day. Hamlin had a great day. Besides the end, Truex, unfortunately, his engine blew up, which makes no sense because no other Toyota engine blew up. So why
yeah.
did Truex?
Guess who had Truex?
Yeah, you had a rough week. You had a rough week.
Yeah. Fuck
Rough.
him.
But at the end of the day, like you said, it doesn't matter. There's still 13 weeks left. I mean, there's still a lot left.
Yeah, we got some time. Gray's coming back with a vengeance, maybe. The we'll
Well,
see.
you're the one who's played his guys out the best. Now you just have to play your top guys well the rest of the year, and you easily can make up because a lot of people are there. I mean, hell,
Oh, Jeremy's already cashed out on two.
he's out on Larson and
Hamlin.
Hamlin, right? I
Yeah.
mean, can't be
I
doing
looked at
that.
that. I'm like,
But
shit, I got them
Jeremy's
for
also out of it now, so it really doesn't matter. He has
yeah.
no shot of coming back. But
Yeah,
it's
no.
a good strategy, right? If you play those guys out till now and you have a 200-point lead, you played it smart. You can sit there and run other guys the rest of the year.
Hmm.
But Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him most of the weeks. And this was not the week to play Larson. I don't know why. I saw a lot of people with Larson this week, and I don't know why. Richmond's not a good track for him. He was starting 15th. Like for DraftKings, I can see it, but for the NASCAR league where you're getting points based on the top 10 spots, didn't make much sense to me. Not
Nope.
much sense. But since we're there, yeah, Austin Dillon in the playoffs. I think they said he was the lowest point scoring driver to win a race. Well, why? I think in playoff history, but like in the last 25 years, I want to say. I can't remember exactly what the number was. He was 32nd in points. 32nd in points before he won that race. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he
Wow.
knocked that kills the Truex. I mean, Truex is still up there, but the Bubbas, the Rosses, Kyle Busch.
Kyle.
I mean, kills him. Kills him. So we have 3 races left. Austin Dillon wins. He was gonna win. Bullshit caution, right? Again, like always, green white checkered. Joey takes the lead on the outside. Dylan Dylan just fucking blows through him on the last lap. And then Denny passes him and then he fucking hooks Denny.
That
Uh
was the greatest shit. You
it
took out
was
two villains
I mean,
in a fail swoop.
I'm half of me is like that is such a bullshit move, and the other half of me like it is so fucking awesome because he's gonna get it back and it's gonna be hilarious. But that's racing, man. Like that's racing. He's got to get in. Joey is in. Denny is in. Dylan isn't. What did you expect was gonna happen? What did you expect was gonna happen there? Like Joey, I get it. From Joey's point of view, he doesn't have there's nothing he can do, right? Joey's the one that got the rough end of the deal. Hamlin was there and he was like driving up as Dylan was still there. I mean, Dylan's not going to back off at that point, right? He's going to run into him. So Denny was whatever. Denny was just bad luck. It is what it is. Joey's the one that got fucked. And I do not like Joey Logano. You've heard this a million times. I'm not a Joey Logano fan. I've said on this podcast a billion times. Joey Logano got fucked 100%. But it is what it is. Austin Dillon, your winner at Richmond. So now our standings here. Dub didn't put in last week. He's normally pretty good with that. So he got Ricky Stenhouse. He got a 36. I got a 9 out of Chase. Gray got a 16 out of Brad Keselowski. Cody also didn't put in, but the other 2 guys were there. He gets a 35 out of Parker Retzlaff. Parrott gets a 2 out of Hamlin. Parrott's still alive. And Jeremy got a 15 out of Michael McDowell, which is solid because he's used all his good guys. So getting a 15 there is a great spot. Updated standings. Gray still in the lead at 13.2. I'm in second at 13.8. Jeremy in third at 14.8. Cody with 16.3. Parrot 17.1. Dub at 18. We have 3 races left until the playoffs. Michigan this week. Daytona the week after, and Darlington. Good races. But we got Michigan this week. Firekeepers Casino 400. I will be there. Gray might be there. We don't know yet. But this is always fun. One of my favorites to go to. So we try to get to Michigan. This will be the 4th year in a row we've been at Michigan. We've been going since 2020. So, Gray, you're still the leader. Where are you going?
I lead NASCAR. What the fuck? All right. Well, I originally had in here Austin Dillon. So I just played him a week too late. So I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with a guy who's finished better here. He just signed a multi-year extension with who he drives for. 2 top tens in the last 2 races, average 9th place finish, so a 10th and an 8th. Give me Eric Jones.
Yeah, Eric likes racing at Michigan. He's a Michigan boy, just like Brad Keselowski. You did play him just a week too late. I am going with Brad's lovely teammate, guy who won here last year, guy that needs to win to get into the playoffs. He's on the bubble, has to at least have a good finish. But Fords race well at Michigan. It is a Ford track, just like Richmond is a Toyota track. Michigan is a Ford track. Huge Ford history here. We're going with Chris Buescher this week to get the dub in Michigan and lock himself into the playoffs 2 years in a row.
See if he does it. Do you think, let me ask you this. We got 3 races left. Is Kyle Busch going to miss the playoffs?
Yes, he's going to miss the playoffs because Michigan and Darlington aren't strong tracks, and super speedways he has historically struggled at. Kyle Busch will miss the playoffs. Because I truly think a Ford wins this week. I'm not saying, obviously I want it to be Busch or I picked him. I truly think a Ford wins this week. Blaney will be strong. Brad, Chris, I could see a Gragson, someone, a Josh Berry. Fords are going to be strong this week. Daytona, obviously, it's a total crapshoot, right? Daytona is the ultimate crapshoot, but Kyle Busch always ends up on the wrong end of that. Maybe he plays the strategy Denny Hamlin does and stays in the back of the field, waits for the big one to hit and shows up there. But I truly think that I truly think Kyle's best shot is Daytona. It really is. I just don't think here in Michigan and at Darlington, his car just hasn't been there this year. So I do think Kyle's going to miss the playoffs. I don't think he's going to win in Daytona, but only time will tell.
Yep, that's so um I got to figure out who I'm going to take next week. Either Noah Gragson or Corey LaJoy. I'm going to figure that out. Just going to uncover him. And the last race I got Noah Gragson or Austin Dillon. I think I got to put that in there. So I'm going to figure that out over time.
Did we get Jeremy this week? Oh, right.
Uh,
Not yet.
Not yet. I sent him a
Okay.
thing saying, "Let me know when you're on."
Okay. Yeah, so we'll still get Parrot, Cody, and Dub's Michigan picks this week, but right now, Busher and Jones for us, and hopefully it's a nice week. Hopefully it just doesn't rain. That's all I care about. Last three Michigan races I've been to, it's rained at some point. So let's hope it just doesn't rain this week. Okay.
Right. And we'll see.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll flip to golf. Interesting week at the Wyndham. They had a hurricane or tropical storm Debbie, Hurricane Debbie, whatever you want to say, come up. So they did not play Thursday. They played Friday, Saturday, double round on Sunday. Um, and Aaron Rye ended up winning there, which is fantastic. Gets himself into Memphis. Dude's been playing really well this year. Um, I'm happy for him because I've been watching him for the last 2 years and just tell the guy's going to be good, and he has been. So I'm really happy. He finally got his first PGA win in 89 starts. So good for Aaron Rye. Unfortunately, Max Geiserman choked. Dude was up 4 with 5 holes to go. Makes an eagle on a par 4 to go up 4 strokes. And what does he do the next hole? What did he do the next hole, Gray? He makes a fucking 8 on a par 4. An
Ugh.
8. And then after that, he birdies the next hole and goes back up 1. And then unfortunately, bogeys. Rye makes 2 birdies, ends up winning. Sad for Max Geiserman, but Max Geiserman still gets in the top 70. So hopefully he makes him some money. I like seeing those guys get to that point. For us this week, the only 2 guys that had Billy Horschel are good. Everybody else missed the cut. Ryan McCormick for Dub, he didn't pick. Min Woo Lee missed the cut. Si Woo Kim missed the cut, and Jordan Spieth all missed the cut. So Horschel was the only one there. Golf is wrapped up. Gray cannot lose, so he gets himself a trophy this year. So the rest of the golf season really doesn't matter except for where we're at. But we're playing in Memphis this week at the St. Jude Championship. This is only the top 70 in the field, so it's a no-cut event. The next one's top 50 and then top 30. No more cuts. This is all for the FedEx Cup right here. So this is a $20 million purse. Big time right here. You're going to get the big names in it. Everyone's going to be playing, right? So your top 70 are in this week, and it should be a good one. This is a higher scoring course. Lucas Glover won last year. Will Zalatoris won the year before that at this course. Those are the only 2 winners on this course here in Memphis. Both at 15 under, by the way, also. So, also just an update to your top 10 for the FedEx Cup, too, by the way. So we got Scotty at 1, obviously, Xander at 2, Rory at 3, Morikawa at 4, Wyndham Clark at 5, Ludwig Oddberg at 6, Sahith Theegala 7, Hideki Matsuyama 8, Sungjae Im 9th, and Shane Lowry 10th right now. Your cut line for the BMW, you got to be top 50 to get in there. So right now, let's say from 43, you got bigger names, right? Tom Kim's 43, Cam Davis 44, Denny McCarthy 45, Adam Scott 46, Max Geiserman, who just got himself up there to 47, has to play good this week to stay in the top 50. Mackenzie Hughes, 48. Will Zalatoris, 49, who's won at this course, could make a big splash, get himself up there. Jake Knapp at 50, the former bouncer. Great story there. Hopefully he stays. And then you got Harris English, Nick Taylor, Patrick Rogers, Eric Cole, Justin Rose, Victor Hovland sitting in 57th. Big names sitting by Minwoo Lee, Jordan Spieth behind the cut line. Guys that got to play well this week. So there's a lot going on for that, but pretty much your top 30 for the Tour Championship. Really, your top 20 right now are locked in. So those guys, obviously are going to play for money, but they want to make it further up the FedEx Cup point totals here. So interesting week going on. Gray, who do you got? Even though you already won, this is just all formalities at this point.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Thomas Fleetwood for Gray. I'm going with Patrick Cantlay this week. He putts well. He's got a good iron game. That's what you need to do at the St. Jude. So does Tommy Fleetwood, by the way. But we're going to go Patrick Cantlay this week at the FedEx Cup. Just for fun, let's pick someone for Cody. Top 70. He's out of it. Who says Memphis to Cody?
Jerry the King Lawler.
I feel like Jake Knapp says Memphis to Cody, right? Bouncer, good kid. I think Cody's he's a Jake Knapp guy, so we'll give him Jake Knapp this week. That's who Parrott should take too. It's his namesake.
Right.
So yeah, no more cuts the rest of the year. We got 3 more until the FedEx Cup, which Scotty's going to be the 1 seed. Clearly, Xander will be the 2 seed. Pretty much already locked in. But it'll be a good Tour Championship in 2 weeks.
It will be fun. All right, I'm going to take Byung Hung on next week.
There you go.
And then should be good. So take my title and run. I won't add it in now because it's not official till the end.
I mean, it's official. The points say it's official.
There's no way to lose, eh?
There's no way to lose. Yeah, there's no way to lose. But Jeremy made the smart play last week, but he needed to take Aaron Rye to give himself a chance. And then you had to finish 70th, 50th, and 30th, and Jeremy needed to go like 1-1-3. So
well, that's the 30th ring for Gray. So I'm done. Retired. 30 titles.
Yeah, you can't retire though because we do this every year.
Oh fuck. All right. That's fine. I guess I'll be back next year.
Better luck next year.
Better luck next year. It should be good. Yeah, man, that's wild. That was a good golf year. What's my average right now? 20 something? Pretty good average.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good average, 25.9. That's one of the best I think that we've had. That's tough. Usually we're around 30 is about it, which is a good average. I mean, to play for golfers each year, 30 is very good. And you still got another shot for a half title with Douglas and Scotty Scheffler for the FedEx Cup champ.
Or Grayson could get his first title.
Yes, he could. Parrott has Xander, so he's there. Jeremy has Cantlay. That's good. I have Hovland. I'm gonna kind of be fucked here. I'm gonna need a win for Victor, which he can do. I just don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, we'll see how that goes for old Vicky Hov. Cody's got Happy Gilmore. I don't think he's gonna get one. But yeah, Scotty, Xander, and Rory, you guys are still in it. Cantlay outside chance for sure. I'm pretty much dead there. So there's another title to be given.
Nice. Let's hope it happens. Hey, what do you think about Micah Parsons basically telling the boys he's gonna pretty much try to prepare for the Olympics 2027 season into 2028 for flag football?
I think it's a ploy to get him to get paid. I think that's what it is. But if he wants to go play the Olympics, who cares? Let him fucking play flag football in the Olympics. Whatever. Let these guys do what they want to do. He's not going to get a shot to get a gold medal ever. So why not go out? You think other NFL players, all these NFL players are going to want to go out and win a gold medal? Are you kidding me? The way Jerry runs that team, I'd say that shit too.
Yep. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens this year. I know in baseball for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm likely to the IL with a UCL injury. Great
Yeah,
for the Yankees.
saw that. Saw
But
that.
they're a half game behind. They lost today 12-2. Got smoked and whatever. But my
Fucking
dad,
Soto.
hmm?
Soto homer. I needed Judgery to homer. Fucker.
Yeah,
Judge
Judge is
is on 299 right now.
wow.
So I picked him to homer today because he is on 299 and his first ever home run was August 13th, 2016. It is August 13th, 2024, and he has a chance for 300 against the worst team in baseball. So I did bet on
And they
him.
got their asses handed to them.
Well, yesterday they did. They're up 2-0 today.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Yeah, they did get smoked yesterday though.
What did that break the White Sox streak of losing?
No, they beat Oakland before that.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yes. They beat Oakland prior. So you're good. It was embarrassing though. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
12
Um,
to 2. God,
yeah,
that's terrible.
yeah, pretty brutal. Before we do MLB stuff, JJ McCarthy, torn meniscus, out for the year. He will not be playing
Oh, he's
for
out for the year.
he got surgery on it. I assume he's out for the year. I mean, a
Hmm.
torn meniscus is a pretty big deal. I don't think they, I guess, I don't think they confirmed he's out for the year, but he's getting surgery on a torn meniscus. He's not going to play this year. Just my thing.
Who's their
Uh,
backup?
I don't know. I do not know. I'll have to actually have to look at that.
I'm on it. I'll look.
I'll go ahead and go. I don't know if you saw the Michael Hall Jr. stuff from the Browns. Yeah, he
Oh, here you go. Sam Darnold. They'll be all right.
no, Sam Darnold was the starter. Who's the third string?
Oh, Nick Mullins.
Okay, yeah, yeah. No, Darnold was starting. JJ was not
Yeah.
going to start. He might have played at some point this year, but he wasn't going to start.
If
Um,
Darnold plays like he did for San Fran, he'd be fine.
I think he's fine with Jefferson. I think people aren't realizing that Darnold can throw. Yes, he makes a lot of mistakes, but he's going to throw to Jefferson a lot. And Minnesota's defense sucks. Like
And
they're going to
and they
throw.
got Aaron Jones.
They're going to be
They
down
picked him
quite a
up.
bit. Right. They're going to be down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Hall Jr., Browns rookie from Ohio State, unfortunately, pushed his baby mama and threw a baby bottle at her and then pushed her to the street and threatened or put a gun to her head and said he'll end it all right now. So he's going to jail, most likely, and probably won't be playing for the Browns this year, would be my guess. Very
Oh boy.
interesting. Yeah, not great there. Not a great situation at all. And Hassan Reddick has asked for a trade. So we'll see if he does that or not. He's requested a trade from the Jets, but Aaron Rodgers wants him to stay. We'll see what goes on there. And then just your like we do every week, quick baseball update. Your standings right now, we have the Orioles at 70 and 49, Yankees right behind them at 70 and 50. Orioles losing tonight, Yankees winning. Cleveland 70 and 49 as well, up 3.5 on Minnesota. Astros 63 and 55, up a half game on the Mariners, who are getting smoked by the Tigers tonight, 15 to
Yeah.
1. Phillies 69 and 50, up 6.5 on the Bravos. Milwaukee 67 and 51, up 8 on the Cardinals. And the Dodgers 70 and 49, up 3.5 on the Diamondbacks and the San Diego Dads. That is your quick MLB motherfucking update.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Giggity.
Giggity. No, it's good. And I was gonna ask you that. So do you listen to Pat McAfee's show?
Um, Sometimes, not a lot. it's on at noon, so it's a weird time for me. So if I see it, if I'm at lunch, I'll catch a little bit of it, but I normally don't listen as much.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out the because Pat Mack's usually 12 to 3. Last couple days, the Hammer Don, he's got his own show too, so that comes on at 2:30.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait a minute. So I think it's a part of everything, so I don't understand it. I'm like, huh, all right. So he kind of has his own show going on. And he always has, but now it's in the 2:30 slot, 2:30 to 3. So I'm like, all right, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't.
Yeah. No, I didn't even notice that, honestly.
Yeah, I just wondered. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. But they're on that because I was like, he went off and I went off at 2:30. I'm like, the hell's happening? Then Hammer Don comes on, and I'm like, all right, this isn't as good. I can't watch, can't listen.
Gotta get that other show. Gotta make that money, Sonny.
Yeah. Oh, here's your Jesus. That was August 11th, Juan Soto when he smashed a home run against Texas. Hit a fucking moonshot.
Who?
Mike watching him like, and he's only there this year, so let's see if he comes back next year. Don't know. Speaking of contracts for next year, we know Daniel Suarez signed another year with Trackhouse. Good for him.
Hmm? Yeah, I mean he should, and they're most likely going to get another driver next year,
Yes, sir. Yes,
which
they are.
probably will be SVG, but we don't know that. But I'm sure that'll be the goal because he's having a good Xfinity year. I think he is third in points. I want to say, maybe second or third. I can't remember. But he's right there, so he's got a chance. I'm sure if he wins the Xfinity title, he will be Trackhouse's third driver next year, full time in Cup, no doubt.
Yeah, if he can, I don't know if he's gonna win that, but man, that would be amazing if he did win it.
Dude's getting better on short courses. That's said. That'll be it.
So the driver standings in um Xfinity. So he is actually 13th in points, but he has 3 wins.
I was going to say he's got.
So he has the most wins in Xfinity.
Yeah,
It's amazing that he's 13 in points. He's had 5 top 5s and 6 top 10s. So he's in 20 races. So he's still getting used to it. Obviously, he's a road course savant. So, savant, I should say. I'm like, damn. So right now he's first. He would be first in the playoff points.
playoff.
Go.
But only two of his wins, I think, were on the road course, right? And then he had, um, I think I want to say he won somewhere else that wasn't a road course.
I'm pulling it up right now. So
So,
he won, let's see. He won Portland and Sonoma, which are both
yep, road
road
courses.
courses, and then Chicago.
Also road course. Okay, so all three of his wins are road courses.
But who gives a fuck? Gets into Cup, and he's a Cup driver, wins a road course. That's all he needs.
Exactly, gets you in the playoffs, and now they're running the Roval in the playoffs. So that's another win if he gets there.
Yeah, like he's here's the difference here. So he started second at Circuits of America and finished 27th. So he wrecked there.
Hmm.
He was fifth at Daytona. He doesn't really qualify well, but then these road courses, second wins, first wins. At Iowa, he was started second, finished 34th, not a road course. Chicago, first and first. Indy, though, this last race started 23rd, finished fourth at Brickyard.
Brickyard. Yep.
So he's still got to get used to, the oval. That's what he's still got to work on. He's got some work to do there, but fuck. If everything was a road course in NASCAR, this guy would dominate.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, he's won at the NASCAR level, right? He's won at Chicago. So dude,
Debut, winner.
yeah, dude can win in NASCAR. And like you said, they have three road courses before the playoffs. So it'll happen. He'll be a winner. He should be Trackhouse's third driver next year.
Yeah, and he's a fan favorite. We like him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We like SVG. Fun driver. All right. We have UFC this week, don't we?
Oh yeah, we got a pay-per-view this
305, isn't it?
week in
Yeah.
Australia. Gonna be a great card. I love it. Gonna be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this card for a while. Should be a really good one. Should be
My
very.
left or right?
You are left this week. I was left last week, so you get to start us off. UFC 305 Saturday night, the RAC Arena in Perth, Australia.
All right. First match on the early prelims, flyweight bout from nowhere, a silhouette, Stuart Nicole.
And from Mexico, Jesus Aguilar.
In a welterweight bout from China, Song Kanan.
And from the United States, Ricky Glenn.
Holy fuck. In a lightweight bout, minus 1,200 from Australia, Tom Nolan.
And from the United States, just a small dog at plus 750, Alex Reyes. Good Lord.
Jesus. In a featherweight
Jeez.
bout in the prelims, minus 800 from, again, Australia, Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins. Fuck.
Jack Jacking
Jack
off.
Jackin.
And featherweight bout from Brazil and the plus 550 dog, Herbert, the pervert, Burns.
Want a popsicle? In a women's
Purple Heart.
in a women's flyweight bout, no odds yet from Australia, number 15th ranked women's flyweight, Casey O'Neill. Or Cassie O'Neill, either one.
And from Brazil, Luana Santos.
Featherweight bout, minus 142, favorite from Australia. You guessed it, Josh Colabeo.
And the minus 120, or I'm sorry, the plus 120 dog from Brazil, Ricardo Ramos.
And a heavyweight bout, minus 125, favorite from Australia, part of the bloodline, Junior.
The real bloodline. The plus 105 close dog from Brazil, Walter Walker. It's actually Walker, but there should be two V's there. Like Veronica Vaughn.
Is one piece of ace.
I know.
I know from experience, dude.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Well, I knew a guy.
No, but a guy I know, him and her got it on.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. But you can imagine what they'd be like if they did, right?
it's just the best way. He just fucking holds him. The most animated hold back to look up the script. So fucking good. Gotta love Chris Farley.
Rest in peace.
Oh, so good.
Main card, welterweight bout, plus 260, dog from China, Li Jingliang.
Or as Donald Trump would say, China. And your minus 325 favorite from Brazil, Carlos Prates.
I'm looking forward to this one. Heavyweight bout, plus 190, dog from Australia, Ty Lewis.
And the number 12th ranked heavyweight, minus 230 favorite from Suriname, Jairzinho Rosenstruck. I do like Jairzinho, but I want to see Ty do a shoey.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. He's gotten his ass whooped quite a bit. So hopefully Ty can go and throw.
In a lightweight bout, this will be a fun banger too. Number 5 lightweight, minus 325 favorite from Poland, Mateusz Gamrot.
And the plus 260 dog, the 11th ranked lightweight from New Zealand, Dan, I'm not a hooker.
In a flyweight bout, no odds yet, number 4 flyweight from New Zealand, Kai Kara-France.
This is going to be a good fight. Number 7 fly rate from Australia, Steve Urseg, who just had a title fight, man.
Damn. And in your main event, middleweight title bout, this will be a fun one too, from South Africa, your champ, plus 110 dog, Dricus Du Plessis.
And the number 2 ranked middleweight in the world, minus 130 favorite from Nigeria, the last airbender, Israel Adesanya. This is going to be a great main card,
Fucking A.
at least on paper. Um, Honestly, I love it though. It is great start. Li Jinglang being a 260 dog, I think is wild. Dude's a hell of a fighter. Should be an absolute banger. Tied to Avasa, Jarzino, heavyweight bout. Gotta love it. Gamrot Hooker. Don't let the odds fool you there. Hooker can throw, man. Hooker can throw. Gamrot can wrestle. If Gamrot takes him down, this match is over. But Dan Hooker's got power in that left, and he can destroy.
If he hooks him, it's over.
He could hook him. He could hook Hooker. Barely knew her. Kara France and Urseg, fantastic fight here. That's going to be a five. Well, I guess they don't do 5 rounds for the but it'll be a 3-rounder for sure. Those guys are going to go. And Drakus and Izzy should be fucking awesome. Just 2 guys that can talk smack, 2 guys that can fight. That's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a good card. I already know I'm going to regret Sunday morning because I'm going to stay up and watch this and then have to get up at fucking 6 a.m. to get ready for NASCAR.
It's gonna be an interesting one for you.
Yeah, but I'm excited because this is going to be an awesome card. These are my favorite. These are my absolute favorite kind of cards too. And I always have something going on the next fucking day.
Yeah, I think you gotta move your shit on. But we will see. So I think that's it for this show. Thanks to Wes Anderson, Crown Quality Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DanishTransformation.com, Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch, Paper Down and Mart. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Izzy by knee KO. Drakus is going to go in. Izzy going to knock him out with that knee.